Hi everyone, this is just a short lesson on what we call referent angles. These are angles that we come across, well, very typically in a math course and also typically on many types of, whether it be engineering or work sites, design. These are typical angles that you'll come across in your life. Now, there's four of them. Now, I'm not saying it's always going to be this crystal clear, but there's just four main ones that we want you to be aware of. We want you to be able to, number one, to look at when you have two intersecting lines and they are perpendicular to each other, as in one is straight up and down, one is straight sideways, that gives you a 90-degree or right angle. We want you to be able to recognize those and just point out or estimate saying, okay, that sure looks like a 90-degree angle to me. The other one we want you to look at is a 45-degree angle. Now, a 45-degree angle, if you think of it, if I could draw this in, which I'm sorry it's not perfectly straight, but if you look at this line and you look at this line, those are those two rays, well, we know that must be a 90-degree angle, okay? The way to remember a 45-degree angle is you kind of picture where that 90 would be and you think to yourself, okay, a 45-degree angle would be half of what a 90-degree angle would be. Finally, I kind of clump 30 and 60 here together. It's key to point out, if you took 90 and you divided it by 3, so if I took this 90-degree angle and I divided it by 3, that would give me 30. So what I mean by that is, if I took this 90-degree angle and I cut it into 3 equal sections, each section would be 30 degrees. So now it has to be a little bit less than 45, so let's just say it could look something like this. So that would be 30 degrees. That's my first section. If I want to find my next one, I'd go 30 degrees more. That would be a total of 60 degrees. And of course, if you went 30 degrees more, that would be at 90 degrees. So it helps to think of it if you have an angle, let's say it's a little bit less than half, because we know half would be 45. So it might be 30 degrees. And if an angle is greater than half, because remember, half is at 45, well, this angle, if you look right here, that's definitely greater than half, and it's in between the 45 and the full 90. A solid guess is going to be 60 degrees. Now, there is some logic to this. There is maybe some puzzle thinking, because what's going to happen is you're going to be given various angles, as you can see down here, and you're going to be somewhat estimating. And what you do is you're going to use these referent angles and maybe a combination of some, just to try to guesstimate what an angle might be. Okay, so I think the main point of this lesson is just being aware of the four main referent angles that we use. And just as I summarize that, I'll just erase that. So number one was the 90-degree angle. Number two is a 45-degree angle, which is halfway between 0 and 90. A 30-degree angle is when you have an angle that is certainly less than half, or 45 degrees. So a solid guess would be 30. A 60-degree angle would be when you have more than half, because remember, halfway would be 45 degrees. So we certainly are more than 45, and we are between the 45 and the 90. A solid guess would be about 60 degrees. And you're going to use that now just to kind of estimate what these angles would be down here. Okay, everyone, we just want you to be aware of those four referent angles, and we'll give you some practice.